Hello and welcome to All Aboard Resin Creations. I've got some Temu washi tape to try today. So I've got two different colourways in this washi tape and it's just one complete continuous roll. So I've got it in the blue and I've also got it in the black. But it's the blue that I'm going to be using today. So I've also got this jar mould and it's got like a screw top lid. So I'm going to be using that today. And what I want to do is I want to make a ring to set into there and put resin either side. So I think this is going to be a bit flimsy as it is. So I've cut a strip of, if I can pick it up, I've got a strip of acetate and I've marked a line there where I want it to sit in the jar. So I want it to sit so it's not touching either the inside bit or the outside bit. So I think that's how I want it there. So what I need to do is I need to stick this onto there. I don't think the pattern is going to line up, but I think it'll be okay. So I'm just going to separate this tape and carefully stick it onto this sheet of acetate. So I'm just going to place it onto there. And then squish that down. And then cut off the excess. So I'm going to get rid of, I can take off that much, and then I'm going to trim off that bit on there. And then I've just peeled that bit back because I realised that I should have trimmed that off there as well. So I'm just going to trim off that bit there where my line was. So that comes to there now. And then that bit can go underneath there. So it doesn't line up too bad. I mean, it's not perfect because it's not that sort of, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of sellotape just to join those together, and then hope that doesn't show too much in the resin. So there is a few little bubble bits you can see in there, but that will be okay, I think. And then that will slot inside there and there'll be enough room to put resin either side. So that's that bit done. So I'm just going to go and mix up some resin now. I'm using Apex resin, the high gloss finish. So I'm just going to go and mix up some resin and then we'll be back to do the next bit. I've mixed up 8 ounces of Apex resin and I'm going to add to that some alcohol ink, and this is Cobalt Blue by Ranger, because in here there is some like darker blues in there, and then you've got the speckles of gold. So I'm going to add, I don't want it to be too heavy, so I'm going to start by doing 4 drops and mix that in. And I'm also going to be adding in some this is non-sink glitter by Resin. So I'm going to add a bit of that in. And then I'm also going to add in a few bits of gold flake. So I've just got some gold flakes here. I'm not going to add in too many, but I'm just going to break up some of those in there. So not too many, and then I put a ton in. And that would do. Let's give that a stir and see how that's looking. So let's get that mixed in there. Got a few sticking to the stick. Get in there. Stick it further down there. And then stirring this should break up that gold leaf so it's not in chunks. So I'm just wondering if that blue's, I think that's okay. I don't want it to be too dark that you don't see the pattern on there, but I think that's probably the wrong blue now, looking at it, but hey ho, it's done now, isn't it? Right, so I think that's all broken up okay in there now. So I'm just going to give the mould a little spritz with some 99% alcohol, and the lid as well. And then I'm just going to pour in some of the mixture to start with, not all of it, about halfway I think, and then give that a good squeeze because you've got the screw top elements in there. So I just want to give that a good squish round. And then I'm going to set in, there isn't really an up or a down to this, so I don't think it matters which way up it goes. So I'm just going to set that in there so the resin can get either side of it. And then I'm going to add in some more. Might need to squish that bit out a bit there, just so as it goes either side of that tape there. Not done this before, so who knows how it's going to turn out. I just have to hope that the crafting fairies are on my side today. So I'm just going to pour in the lid, give that a little squish round. Looks like I've made up way too much resin. I'm just going to top this one up. And make sure this one's topped up. Going to give that a little spritz on the top, and then we'll pop that to one side, and that needs to cure. And I'll just go and find something else that we can put that in. Right, I've got these car coaster moulds to try out, so I thought I'd just do a couple in there, but I think I'm going to add a little bit more colour in there for these. So I'm just going to darken that up a bit. Probably a bit more than that actually. No, let's just leave it at that. So just going to give a couple of these spritz and pour these in. That's that one. That one. And that one. And if you go down to eye level, you can see whether or not they need topping up a bit more, which I think that middle one does. So a little drop more in that one. And drop more in that one. And I think that one needs a little touch more. I haven't got enough to do another one. What else have I got? Let's just use, I've got this mould that's domed, so we'll scoot those over and we'll just pour, which one should we do? Should we do this large one? Put some in there. Right, that's all that used up now. So I think I might just get a stick and then just move some of that gold flake around a bit, just so it's not all in one place. Right, so, I think I'll do the same with this one actually. Let's move some of that out of the way. Scoop some of that over. And then I'm just going to give that a little spritz with some alcohol spray, and then we'll leave those to cure. So we'll let that cure up, and then we'll be back for demold. So I'll see you all in a little while. Right, these are all cured up now, and these ones that I poured, I had enough to do actually like another one, because I added some extra gold flakes into the one that I poured on camera. So by the time the resin settled, I had enough to make a second one. So I've made those into pendants, and I've domed the back with some UV resin, and they already have like that domed shape on the front. So that's that one, and I've left them clear. I've not backed them in a colour. So that's that one, and then that's the second one that I poured. And then just put a gold chain on that, just with one of those ball clip things there. I don't know what they're called. So that's those two done. So let's pop that out the way. And these are the car coaster moulds. They're different sizes, so I hope these fit in my car. Well, I hope those two fit in my car. Otherwise, I'll have to pour another one. So let's have a look at these. Get these out, and then that's the extras done. So this is the first one, and they've got indents on there, so I don't know if that's for a purpose of like giving it some grip in the car, or it's just a nifty pattern. I don't know. So that's those two. So we've got a nice indent there, and then there's that flower one. So they sit in your cup holders in your car. So hopefully by the end of the video I'll show some pictures of those in my car if they fit. And I'm just wondering whether to put like some pen in there or to just leave them as they are. So that's those. Right, let's move on to this now, see how this has turned out. Let's get this lid out first. Pop that out. So that's the, thought something was on there. So that's the lid. It's pretty. Can't actually see any bubbles, so that's good. I can't feel any in the screw bit. Fluff everywhere. So that's the top bit. Let's just pop that in the right way. Pop that to one side. Right, and this one, I picked it up thinking it was set, and it wasn't. So I ended up putting my thumbprint in there, and I've got a little bubble. So I'll have to do something with that. But let's get this out and see how this turned out. Just roll that up. And then pop out the middle bit. Give that a squeeze and a twist. Oh, and I'll just pop that in the right way. Right, so let's have a look. Oh, that's actually turned out all right, isn't it? Bit of trimming to do where I did that funny little bit. Where is it? Oh, it's there, look. So I need to give that a sand and give that a little trim there. Oh, it's come off anyway. So that's our little pot. Oh, let's see if this, oh, and that works as well. Lovely, pleased with that. What do you think? So that's the join where the pattern wasn't quite right, but nice little mould that. What do you think? Have I ever done it on the gold flakes, or I think it looks all right. Yeah, so thank you ever so much for watching my video today, and stay tuned for the pictures at the end, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.